What's going on, everybody? GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are going to be talking about the weekly track roundup for this week, the week of October 7th. We're going to talk about every big release in the industry. There's a decent amount of releases. I listened to 3 full albums, not because I wanted to, really. I just felt like I needed to for the channel, because some of these drops are very pivotal moments, so that's very interesting. I just got done watching Walking Dead. I just got done watching Dahmer. Walking Dead's not really that interesting to me anymore. I'm not sure. We'll get through it, I think, but I don't know. Very reluctantly. My goodness, I don't know. It's interesting. We're going to talk about Quavo and Takeoff's brand new album, Only Built for Infinity Links. Now, going into this, I was actually really excited because some of the singles were pretty good. I don't think this project, has necessarily missed for me. Only Built for Infinity Links. I mean, not really a bad song except for Big Stunna. Us Versus Them is a great song. You know, I've seen it used for a lot of promo purposes and like sports and stuff, so that's pretty badass. Yeah, it's just a really good song there. Big Stunna is trash. I mean, I love Birdman to death. You know, he started Young Money, but this doesn't look good on his resume, a song like this. So, but he doesn't need it, right? I think my favorite song is 2.30. I don't really want to talk about this music in length because I kind of have to go to bed here in a good 35 minutes, and I still got to talk about Dahmer. Rush Hour 2. I watched Rush Hour 2 last night, not for the first time, but a first time in a while, and I wanted to discuss it on the channel and talk about it because it was interesting. You know, I got a moment to kind of watch a comedy show. I know I'm being quiet. It's obviously 12:15. It's midnight, after midnight, and people are going to bed, so yeah, I just wanted to get these videos out so tomorrow, you know, I only had to get 2 videos and we can space the content out. You know, obviously, this coming week we have Lil Baby's album dropping. Expect an edited album reaction on the channel coming out Friday night. So, yeah, you know, you get a Mustard feature, See About It. Great song there, To the Bone with NBA Youngboy. I mean, that's a good song as well. A good 2-song stretch. You get Chocolate with Young Thug and Gunna, which Young Thug had a very interesting verse, but it's really refreshing to see the incarcerated YSL members on there, so that's cool. Yeah, 2.30 is great. Look at This is pretty awesome. You know, Mixy, you know, you have Summer Walker up on that track, and usually, I'm not a huge Summer Walker fan. I can definitely appreciate her vocals, but it's a pretty good track, actually, for a Summer Walker. I don't know. She's done some collabs with people like 21 Savage. You know, she's worked with Amine in the past. I've liked her work with those people. I think she also worked on Kendrick's album, which I think I liked her feature as well. Gucci Mane was obviously on that single. Nothing Changed is interesting. Hell Yeah and Tools are some really good tracks. I'm definitely going to come back and re-listen to this. Call it naivete if you must, but when all 3 members of Migos released solo projects over the course of a few months, beginning in 2018, the idea of the group disbanding was likely the furthest thing from anyone's mind. They guessed on each other's project, for God's sakes. When the time was... Let's see. If dissension within a crew of 3 preternaturally talented Atlanta MCs wasn't inevitable, it was undeniable by summer 2022 when fans discovered that Offset was suing Migos label Quality Control Records for exclusive rights to his solo recordings. This may not have had to affect Migos members' relationships with one another. See the continually muddy comings and goings of artists and producers within the Cash Money's Records camp at the turn of the century, but it did, which led to Quavo and Takeoff, real-life uncle and nephew, affirming the family ties with Only Built for Infinity Links, and those guys seem to be getting along fine. But who exactly are Quavo and Takeoff without Offset? To be VVS quality clear, they're the same MCs they were with him. Across the album, they've commissioned beats from longtime Migos collaborators, DJ Darrell, Mustard, and Murda Beats, among others, to talk big money on songs like Hotel Lobby and Hell Yeah, Big Drip on Not Out and Integration, and of course Big Jules on songs like Chocolate, Look at This, and Big Stunna. Life as 2/3 of hip-hop's favorite trio for roughly a decade running has clearly been good to Quavo and Takeoff, and they have no plans to stop living it to the fullest, whether Offset is in the studio with them or not. Above all, they sound happy, and especially so in the face of doubters still perplexed by their longevity. So yeah, I'm just going to get into G Herbo's album. That was a little bit of an excerpt from Apple Music. Appreciate them for that. G Herbo. Survivor's Remorse, the A and B side. So he released the other side of this, and I didn't really feel like going and listening to that. I don't know. We'll see. Well, Future was on a single. I was kind of excited. We have a song called A with Offset, which was like leaked off the project, so that's pretty cool. Benny the Butcher's on here, Gunna's on here. It's really cool to see him get Griselda members on his records. On the deluxe, he's got it. Well, A Boogie with the Hoodie was obviously a single. He has Young Thug, he has Conway the Machine, he has Kodak Black on this thing, so maybe I'll listen to the B-side sometime. I'm not sure if I want to, though. J Herbo's great. He's done great things for the city of Chicago, like representing-wise, but he's not my favorite. I definitely respect him. I think, his PTSD album was great, of course. 25 wasn't too bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't find myself listening to him on a daily basis, so that's why. Let's talk about Young Boy. I mean, my goodness, this album was garbage, okay? 3800 Degrees, the most insistent dropping rapper, the most persistent rapper in the game. He just comes by, drops albums left and right, and it's kind of crazy. I don't know why he does it and how he does it, but you get Shy Glizzy and E40 on this record, but though they couldn't even, Wheezy produced a track, but nothing's gonna save this record. I think this record's garbage. So many awkward cadences, so much choppiness in the rapping. I can't get over it. I don't really like it. Probably never going to like it either. I mean, people were hyping it up on Twitter and stuff. I thought I'd listen to it, not because of that, but because, hey, there's not a lot of stuff that came out this week. I figured I'd just check out this Young Boy record, and my goodness, am I regretting it. By the way, A Boogie dropped a new song, Bro, with Roddy Ricch. I didn't really get much out of this, just that it's a single for A Boogie with the Hoodie's record, which I think is coming out next week, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he's dropped any sort of track list or anything like that. But yeah, Me Versus Myself is a 22-song album. He's given us 4 singles for that. Hasn't released the track list, but so far Roddy Ricch and Lil Durk and Her have been on this record, so that's pretty solid for A Boogie. And yeah, I'll possibly listen to all 18 of the new songs that come out. So that'll be really interesting, actually. It might be a long listen, but it's something, right? NLE Choppa dropped a new song with Too Rare. It actually wasn't that bad of a song. It's really interesting to see NLE Choppa try to go in different directions here. Kind of like this drill with like this soul cut in there. And yes, it's interesting. I don't want to be too loud because I feel like I'm waking people up as is. So yeah, NLE Choppa with an interesting record with Too Rare. Not much to say. I'm just kind of acknowledging the people that dropped this week. Tyga dropped a song, Booty Dancer. Obviously Tyga is the club banger guy, and this song is no different. Tyga comes out with a new song, and obviously it's not that good to me. I'm not going to re-listen to it, but in the moment, he always makes some pretty solid tracks, so yeah. No longevity for this guy. I mean, I think he's just going to keep coming back every few months and dropping records that are subpar, so we'll have to see. I mean, he's been around forever. He's been around with Chris Brown when he was like really blowing up, so that's something that a lot of people don't think about. Tyga's been there, done that. Rack City came out probably 9 years ago, something like that. Lancey Foe, a UK rapper, made a great appearance on Yeat's album, which made me really start to fall in love with some of his music. I haven't necessarily listened to his solo works, but I decided to check out this song, All Night Long, his brand new single, and I thought it was really interesting. Lancey Foe brings a lot of stuff to the rap genre, so yeah. Some of these tracks I'm not going to have much to talk about again, just acknowledging the artists that dropped and wanting to kind of put you guys onto music to listen to of theirs. Again, that's it, unfortunately. Libra Jolie dropped her self-titled EP, which had Babyface Ray on it. I'm not sure exactly who Libra Jolie is, but I saw that Babyface Ray was on there, and I have a lot of respect for Babyface Ray, so I figured I'd just check it out. So that's what I did, and it didn't turn out to be too bad. I've listened to most of these tracks actually in the morning, interestingly enough, like while I was watching the Packers game. Weird, right? Weird listening environment. But yeah, Midwest dropped a brand new song, Slide Den. I mean, he's making waves in the underground. You know, he even has the Tennessee Titans posting like hype videos to his songs. I think that's really cool. Shout out to Midwest. I had a chance to see him at Lollapalooza in Chicago over the summer, but circumstances, you know, the hotels were way too expensive. I wish I would have went. Lawsy was supposed to drop a track, but unfortunately he didn't. 347 Aiden dropped a song called Normal, and normally, funny enough, no pun intended, I wouldn't listen to 347 Aiden, but I've seen a lot of rumblings about him. I've seen a lot of people talk about him, and I figured, you know what, let's just check this out. I mean, might as well. It won't hurt anything, so checked it out, and it actually wasn't that bad. It had a cool little emo rock vibe. It's kind of like Ian Dior if he like stuck to the rock lane like in his music, you know. Yeah, Sleazy World Go dropped Creepers. That's the final track we're going to talk about today. And do I have anything to say about this? I mean, it sounds like some of his hit records that he's dropped. You know, he's had Lil Baby on his songs. He's had Offset on his song. So I really like what this guy's doing. So I saw that he dropped a new track, and I figured I'd check it out. So yeah, it's that, I guess. I don't really have much to say. I mean, hopefully you guys are enjoying my videos. I know this isn't much. Again, holy voice crack. Not a lot of music dropped this week. But this coming week, we're going to be having a edited reaction to the Lil Baby album. So check it out. You know, tomorrow we're going to be finishing up our Donna review series. We watched Walking Dead, which Walking Dead's kind of getting iffy. I'm not sure. But yeah, those are the two videos that are slated for tomorrow. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, it is GZTV, giving you guys all the biggest releases in the music industry. Pretty slow week for music, but we got a great album in Quavo and Takeoff. Like, guys, get this. I actually like that album. I love it. So it might be a top 50 album of the year. So